What's up YouTube, this is Dice Airsoft, bringing you guys another gun review today. Have you been like me and over the years been searching for a high-end gun that isn't going to catastrophically break the bank, has an extremely reliable and strong gearbox, has a very nicely built receiver, comes with the kind of rail that you prefer, and just has everything that you'd ever want with a rifle? Look no further, because today's review is of the Krytac Trident SPR rifle. For those of you thinking, Krytac, what the heck are they? Krytac is actually a relatively recent addition to the airsoft world, as they are a subdivision of the Kris group of firearms, which is famous for making guns like the Kris Vector. I can definitely say to you guys already, I've fallen in love with this gun. So starting at the rear of the rifle, we have Krytac's very unique looking stock design that is 6-position adjustable and is also numbered on the top. It has a very thick rubberized butt pad at the rear, which also is your battery compartment. When you undo your battery compartment, not only is there plenty of space internally in the stock itself for your battery, also comes with a HDMI connector, but there's also a lot of space inside the cap as well. You can actually take an 11.1 volt battery, the small candy bar type, and actually fit it vertically inside of this, meaning that you can have the stock fully extended or fully closed and not worry about pinching your wires. The stock also comes with QD sling point mounts on either side, and just in front of that we have an ambidextrous sling plate on the rear. We have pretty standard looking fixed iron sights that are adjustable for windage and elevation. I actually do like the look of these sights because they're really nice and tall rather than really stubborn fixed sights that you can sometimes find. The upper is one piece. The lower has very nice deeply engraved Krytac trademarks on both sides, as well as a serial number on the right hand side. One other nice touch on the receiver is that it has an ambidextrous fire selector. For those of you who are right-hand like me, an ambidextrous fire selector can oftentimes get in the way of your finger, and when it's in the semi-automatic position, can bite into your finger. Krytac have remedied this by making the length of the selector on the right-hand side significantly shorter, so when it's in semi-automatic, you are not going to bite into your finger. Pulling back from the charging handle opens up the dust cover and locks it to the rear, exposing the very nicely designed hop-up unit. I say nicely designed because not only is it a metal one-piece unit, as you adjust it you can actually definitively hear it click, and the positions on it are numbered. So if you have a specific weight of BB set for a specific setting on the hop-up, you can just set it, go, without having to do any adjust, fire, adjust, fire. You set it, forget it, go. When the bolts lock back, you can press the bolt release to send it home. On the forend here we have a 13-inch licensed Defiance TR113 rail system. Now this is one of the newer additions to the airsoft market, as in this is a key mod type rail system. It makes this a lot slimmer design than a traditional paneled rail, and also you can put your rails wherever you want. These are also mil-spec and Voltor spec, so you can take your real steel accessories and mount them onto here without having to worry about them not fitting. Krytac also designs their own gearbox for this gun. This isn't just simply something that's OEM by a different company. Krytac themselves builds this gun. The gearbox is CNC machined and actually has a MOSFET attached to the gearbox shell so it doesn't interfere with the rest of your wires. This MOSFET helps protect your trigger contacts. I ran this all day in terrace on 11.1 volt 15C LiPo battery and had zero issues with the trigger response, with a battery dying, or anything. The one battery lasted me all day. I couldn't get this to lock up no matter how many times I tried. And then I seen too about the Nautilus gearbox is that you can remove the buffer tube screw and remove your buffer tube to access a quick change spring. So you take a large Allen key, press it in, turn, and you can change your spring without having to disassemble the rifle. This is extremely useful if you play at different kinds of fields that have differing velocities. This rifle also comes with a 350 round metal high capacity magazine, and the mag well has been designed to accept a very wide variety of different magazines. Enough of me talking, let's shoot this beauty. Alrighty, now for the shooting test for the Krytac SPR. In the back here I have 4 different targets all set up at different ranges. First one is at 30 feet. The second one is at 60, the one farther back there is at 90, and the one way in the back in the middle is at 120 feet. I'm going to fire 5 shots on semi-automatic at each one in sequence. Then after those are done, I'm going to fire a short burst on automatic in each one. Just see how the grouping is and how well they can hit at different engagement distances. 5 shots, semi-auto. "60-foot target. No problem with 60 on semi-auto. Now we're going to go for 90. one miss at 90 feet. Now let's push this out to 120. Pretty easy to engage at 120. I got 3 hits out of 5. This should have no problem hitting a man-sized target at 120 feet. Now for a short burst of full auto on each target. Starting again at 30 feet. Just shreds it. 60 feet. No problem. Pretty much every BB hit at 60. 90 feet. Few of them veered off this side, but pretty easy to engage it. Now let's see how well full auto does at 120 feet. At 120 feet, the rounds had about a 3 to maybe 4 foot spread at most, so hitting a man-sized target at that range is pretty darn easy. Lastly, this rifle shoots right around 370 to 380 feet per second on a .2 gram BB. This rifle can be had for about $470 on TorontoAirsoft.com, as well as several other different sites here in Canada. I hope you guys like this review. I know that I like this rifle a lot, and I hope that you guys do too. As always, this is Dice at Airsoft, and I will see you guys next time.